Hello everyone, and welcome to Hyperanalyzing LCS, the series where I discuss the biggest moments from the LCS and give attention to the tiniest details that can decide the outcome of a game. This week we will look at some plays from the final week of the 2022 LCS Lock In tournament. In the first semi-final matchup, Dignitas found this teamfight win in Game 1 against Team Liquid.
Gale Force itself for Aphelios, like that mobility, is a very important cooldown actually, but it did give Dignitas the ability to take River, and TL doesn't have a great way of retaking the zone. They can sit out here and poke, but here's the fight!
Oh, root means that you gotta get that package out of the equation for Bjergsen. Going in, Fake God, he has enough of the sustain to keep him in this fight. Hans Sama, nice and under the guise of protection, can back off of this as well. Lots of times where this time we only get the one kill onto Santorin, but it's so much more than we've had in times past. Blue, look at that chunk down, goes into stasis. Whipple's right on top of him, Cladiclus and throwing on the other side. A great hook to follow here. Grabs onto Ayla. His attention is onto River, and he can't take someone down in the process. Team Liquid losing 3.
With the Dragon coming up in a few seconds, both teams are contesting the mid lane and River. Neo finds a great snipe onto Bjergsen, allowing Neo to tag him with the Graviton gun and root him in place. Fake God follows this with a flash and explosive cask, forcing Bjergsen to use the package defensively, removing one of TL's best teamfighting tools. Santorin dives in but gets knocked up twice and stunned by Gravity Field, and with all of Dignitas clumped around him, his ultimate doesn't prevent any of their damage, so Santorin ends up falling with no response from Team Liquid. River tries to find a flank from the Raptor Pit while the rest of Team Dignitas try to hold the entrance to the river. Bwipo flashes in, doing huge damage to Blue, but Blue is able to use Zhonya's Hourglass in time to survive. At this point, River flashes over the Raptor Pit wall and traps Bjergsen and Hans Sama with Cataclysm. This importantly forces both TL carries to back away, while Biofrost's Lantern pulls Blue to safety after his stasis. With Blue back in a safe position, Bwipo is the one left separated from his team, and Dignitas quickly kill him. Now down 2 kills, the rest of Team Liquid chooses to disengage, but Ayla gets caught by Biofrost's hook, comboed with Blue's Gravity Field to secure a 3rd kill for Dignitas without losing a single member themselves. A crazy fight in Game 2 of that series ended with a Quadra Kill for Hans Sama.
He chunked into that tier 2 turret down mid and wanting to try to push that advantage at some point.
They are looking for a pincer. Maybe they just want to push.
Well, Santorin goes in, gets a flash out, gets another. Whippo's still in pursuit. Biofrost has to flash over the wall to get into the pit, but that's a lot of needlework damages coming through. River goes in, a solar flare also for some additional healing. Whippo goes into stasis, so does River. Fake God has arrived, slices and dices in. Knock up means that it's a shutdown in favor of Blue. Hans Sama gets the return kill, but a lot of blasting across the board. A polymorphed Blue has to set his escape, throws out a NATO, but it's not enough. That's a Quadra Kill from Hans Sama.
This fight starts off with Santorin flashing for an engage on 3 members of Dignitas, with Bwipo close behind. They do force all 3 flashes off of the Dignitas group, but as Bwipo chases for kills, he ends up very far ahead of the rest of his team. This allows Dignitas to return a lot of damage, and River and Bwipo are forced into stasis at the same time. Fake God has now teleported into the fight, and he is able to walk up to Bwipo and stun him as he exits stasis, allowing Dignitas to start the fight with a kill on the most fed member of Team Liquid. However, Fake God falls as well to Hans Sama, and rockets from Jinx and Corki chunk out the rest of the Dignitas health bars. The fight is starting to look very TL favored, but a big combo from Diana's Moonfall and Yasuo's Last Breath can completely change the outcome of this fight. There are 2 very important things that happen that allow Team Liquid to survive this combo from River and Blue. First, the final rockets from Bjergsen and Hans Sama killed Neo just as all of TL gets locked up by the Dignitas re-engage. And second, Bjergsen and Ayla use their exhausts on River and Blue. This reduces the damage done from the Diana Yasuo combo by 40%, while potential damage from Neo is removed completely, and yet the TL carries still only get away with a couple hundred hit points each. Hans Sama flashes further into the red buff pit to gain some space, and with insane attack speed from Get Excited and a fully stacked lethal tempo, he is able to shoot down River for his 3rd kill of the fight, then use the Get Excited movement speed to chase down Blue, and 2 rapid auto attacks finish him off for a Quadra Kill. In the other semi-final between Evil Geniuses and Cloud9, an early fight in the river results in a huge lead for EG.
You can see that they knew that Blabber was also hanging around this area. Fudge has the ultimate also ready to go. But now Cloud9, what are we going to do? Inspired is down here, and it looks like Evil Geniuses will be going for even more. There comes your lockdown. Isle's going to be the target. He tries to go right back in. Vulcan's going to be taken low, but a massive multi-ulti coming out from JoJo. and Cloud9 is getting mopped up. Danny goes into the stasis to keep himself alive. Darshan's gonna be controlled, but not long enough. Vulcan goes back over the wall trying to make it happen. He flashes away and lets them know, you shouldn't have let me go. The Cloud9 BM versus his old team.
Just over 10 minutes into this game, a big fight breaks out in the bottom river. Darshan starts teleporting to his bot lane turret before the fight even starts, but he won't even get to the fight before the EG combo destroys the rest of his team. Inspired steps up to engage, but first steps back to avoid getting knocked up by Isle's grand entrance. He then dashes in and flashes to pull in all 4 enemy champions with Moonfall, even with Isles attempting to flash away. Jojo Pune instantly follows up with Last Breath on 3 enemies, and this combo does huge damage to all of Cloud9, instantly killing Isles and doing half of Sven's health bar before he flashes over the wall. As Jojo and Inspired finish off Fudge, Danny finishes off Blabber and immediately flashes over the wall after Sven. However, EG still doesn't know that Darshan has teleported in, so Danny ends up in a 1v2 and is forced to use Stopwatch. Jojo blast cones in, dashes to Sven, and his Steel Tempest not only gets the kill, but also readies Jojo's knockup, allowing him to buy time for Danny as he exits stasis. However, Darshan still gets the kill with Unstoppable Force. Vulcan rejoins the fight with just 200 HP, stunning Darshan, then flashing at the same time as Darshan to prevent him from getting another kill, as Jojo Pune and Inspired finish off the kill to win the 4v5 fight, 5 kills to 1. In Game 1 of the finals between EG and TL, Bjergsen picked up this Quadra Kill as Silas.
Position that Bwipo was now in this game, right? How many times did they go towards top lane? He's up 20 plus CS, has the same scoreline now as Impact, and that's just such a difficult situation to deal with. But now, EG may have overextended here. Everyone from TL is around.
Shields back down. Vulcan dangerously low. Vulcan will die. Santorin buys a lot of time. Lulu over the top, but it's 1 kill back. A second one picked up now as well. Do we get the resets? Not long enough. And now just left alone. Impact will die. A Quadra Kill. The Burger King is back.
With both teams even in gold at 18 minutes, Vulcan and Inspired look to get a lead by picking off Santorin, but EG doesn't know that Bwipo and Ayla are right behind him. EG immediately tried to disengage, but Santorin goes in and finds a Cataclysm on 3. Vulcan is trapped on the outside of the Cataclysm and is killed first, and Ayla uses Wild Growth on Santorin, knocking up the 3 inside the Cataclysm and stopping Jojo Pune from teleporting out with the Twisted Fate ultimate. Bjergsen now joins the fight, using Hijack to steal Varus' Chain of Corruption. He immediately uses it, getting the final blow on Jojo Pune. The Chain of Corruption then spreads to Danny, also killing him, so Bjergsen gets 2 kills by using only 1 ability. Inspired also picks up 2 kills while this is happening, but as he possesses the Jarvan, Bjergsen jumps in and immediately kills him for Bjergsen's 3rd kill of the fight. Bjerg then uses Kingslayer to get a short dash and do huge damage to Impact, and as Impact tries to dash away, Bjergsen hits him with a final Chain Lash to pick up the Quadra Kill. 30 minutes into Game 3 of the Finals series, Team Liquid wins this fight on the enemy base to win the tournament.
The Zap takes a Lantern. Hook's gonna miss though. Santorin could have been the target. His ulti was down, but it's not gonna happen. Zillion's still waiting. Of course, Bjergsen has the ultimate. Hans Sama safe on a very large build. The Infinity Edge in inventory. Turret falls again. No longer a fight possible. Jojo Pune gonna go back in, has the ulti dunks, run right back in. Hans Sama gets to safety though. Can't get the damage just yet with the ulti on, but tries the frontline impact. Will likely fall and does. 1 for 0. Second one drops. Jojo Pune is down. A dunk in the back line. A Gordigger for some time, but it's just not gonna matter. The back line will not die. Only a Lulu falls, and Hans Sama is back in action.
As Team Liquid takes out the top lane inhib tower, it looks like the next fight could end the series. Santorin dives onto Jojo Pune as the tower goes down, and Hans Sama utilizes the Get Excited movement speed to follow his jungler in. Hans quickly cleanses a hook from Vulcan, but Jojo Pune sees a big opportunity, having stolen Xin Shao's Crescent Guard. Jojo flashes onto Hans Sama and uses Crescent Guard, but Hans Sama has gotten just far enough back that he gets knocked out of the EG base rather than into the EG team. Santorin does get knocked in, and due to an earlier skirmish, he does not have Crescent Guard available. However, he is able to flash, not only getting away from the EG team, but also helping his own team kill Impact, who has been keeping the rest of TL at bay. Impact falls, but a 3-man Moonlight Vigil from Danny makes most of TL hesitant to chase further. Bwipo, however, is undeterred, flashing in 1v4, stunning Jojo Pune, barely getting past a hook from Vulcan, and grabbing a second kill for Team Liquid before turning his attention to the low health Inspired. Inspired dashes towards the TL backline, trapping the other 4 TL members in Cataclysm, setting up for a 4-man Gore Drinker to give Inspired a ton of health back. He is almost able to escape with a Lantern from Vulcan, but the final hit of Santorin's 3-talent strike knocks up Inspired just before he gets back to safety, and TL are able to take him down. Bwipo is just unstoppable, so Danny tries to run past him to kill the TL backline, but he's essentially 1v5 now, and Hans Sama has Guardian Angel, so the only person Danny is able to kill is Ayla before Bwipo takes him down. Team Liquid wins the fight 4-1 and ends the game, becoming lock-in champions for the 2nd year in a row. Thank you for watching Hyperanalyzing LCS. Hit subscribe and come back next week for my analysis of the LCS Spring Split.